Accelerate back at you. Check this out. The show, we take a look. Whatever sort of deck you want to take a look at, have yourselves a good old time playing it. Today, everybody, we have a deck that I like to call the Lord of the Swamp. And effectively, this is a trap monster deck. We have the standard sort of thing with our Anguish Pattern Statue. I messed that one up, but
this is cool.
Statue of Anguish Pattern. We got 3 of them things. Along with this guy, Apophis of the Swamp Deity. Very nasty, continuous trap monster thing that can negate stuff for every continuous trap we have on the board. So that's, you know, that's our big strategy here between these two. You summon Pattern, you summon Apophis, you negate stuff, you blow stuff up. You get the Tikis in there, and you have the ability to recur things pretty much forever, depending on if your opponent's playing Field Nukes or not. But we got ourselves our deck here today. We're going to be taking a look at it in good old EDO Pro, showing off how it works, show you the combos and the wombos and all the good stuff. The whole deck list will, of course, be down in the description if you want to know that one. But look, real quick, we'll go over some of the stuff in here. You know, we've got ourselves our Tikis, good old Tiki Curse that blows stuff up, Tiki Soul that saves our monsters. Already mentioned Apophis who negates and Anguish who destroys stuff. Swamp Mirror and our sister can change their types for some crazy shenanigans here and there. We've got this new Pharonic Advent who can search out any continuous trap that we happen to need. We have the Qardan of a Clear-Sighted who, combined with a Foolish Goods, can effectively search out any of the continuous traps we need. So it's very nice. It's just another way we can search things. The continuous traps can't be searched too easily. Too many floodgates. But we got that sort of thing. And we're also playing Venom Swamp as like a flavor card in this deck. It's not really for the strat, it's for the appeal of, we got Snake Deity, the Swamp Deity. So we have to be playing in a swamp. So we've got our Venom Swamp and a little bit of ways to get into the swamp. And that's basically the idea of this deck. We're just trying to control the situation with our statue and our Apophis and our Tikis and our other couple of trap monsters. So yeah, that's what we do today. And again, there's an extra deck. We don't always use it, but when we do, it's got some stuff in it. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll head out into EDO Pro and show off how this deck works. Show you the wombos and the combos. And we'll have ourselves a good old time. We'll have a good feeling today. Alrighty, our first opponent. Another day, another card game. And with all trap monster decks, you do want to try and go first. Going first is very important, so we can set things up. Have a board ready to intercept our opponent. And, oh boy, oh yeah, that's an opening hand. Very nice, very nice. So let's start with the Foolish Goods. This is pretty much a perfect hand, has to be said. And what do we want for our opening here? I could just be a dick and go for Summon Limit. Part of me doesn't want to do that, though. I'd rather go for other things. But then again, it's probably the smartest thing. But let's go for the more enjoyable way. You know, the Summon Limit, yeah, we'll probably play it at some point. It's mostly just there to stop my opponent from just going off and doing, like, a million combos. It's not my preferred way, especially with a deck like this. Trap monsters, inherently a bit slow for the obvious reason. You must set them first. But our opening board is at least a tolerable one. We've got our Anguish Pattern, who is our bossiest of boss monsters, and I just said his name right. I keep saying it wrong, but, you know, it's the statue of Anguish Pattern. There you go. We got Apophis the Swamp. I can, when he's summoned, negate cards equal to all of the spell traps currently on the board. So let's go for Apophis here. And then we'll go for Statue of Pattern Anguish. I got it wrong there. There you go. The Statue of Anguish Pattern. We're going to summon out these two, and then because of Apophis, I can just negate that card. I can negate whatever I need to, and Pattern Anguish, I could destroy a card. What does it do? Tiki Soul. Just be like, summon another monster. And then this is going to add an Infinitrack, which is cool and all. What else does this do? Target exceed. Okay, it still does stuff. I still get to blow it up, though. That's the thing. Every time a continuous trap monster gets summoned, I get to just pop a card. Okay, so Anchor Drill, who summons a dude from the hand. Who summon out a Brutal Dozer. Tribute Earth Machine, summon this card. This card summons, summon Infinitrack from the deck. Okay. I'll wait for this one. I'll wait for this one. I'm not just gonna start willy-nilly blowing stuff up. I only have one blow up left. I only got one of those. Probably should have not blown this up. I was like, is this important to my opponent? And then I was like, dumb idiot brain saying yes. But it really wasn't. Alright, so he's got Brutal Dozer, got Trencher, got Anchored Drill. This guy can make 2 level 9s into Earthshaker. That's all I can remember from just plain old Infinitrack. Which I presume this is not just plain old. This is like advanced plain old. Alright, what does this do? Choose a monster of battle, detach material, take it from the machine. Okay, I kind of want to interrupt that. So, with this Swamp Mirror, I can literally be whatever I want to be. It really doesn't matter too much, but where is Reptile? I do want to be a Reptile for various reasons in this deck. There is a reason for being a Reptile. But right now, we're just trying to keep our opponent from establishing stuff. That's the gameplay here. We do control the board a bit. We have one negate, but for the most part, it's interruption. But of course, he's not done, is he? No. He's got Dozer back, and now he can make that level 9 I was talking about and make the Earth Slicer. Which is fine, because he can try and blow up my board. But the thing is, I've got Tiki Soul. So anything he tries to blow up, I can just put back in the Spell Trap zone. To target that many cards on the field, so he gets to blow up a card. You'll attempt to blow up my Apophis, which will not be sent to the grave. And my opponent surrenders. Kind of understandable considering the setup we have here. I mean, he could have destroyed Tiki Soul, but, you know, actually, why didn't he destroy Tiki Soul? Because if he had done that, he could have destroyed Tiki Soul, then beaten over Apophis, and then I would have been in big trouble. But he didn't do that. So, that is a perfect description of how this deck works in the most optimal sense. When you get, like, the perfect hand, minus some traps to summon limits, you're basically just going for your pattern. You're going for Apophis to negate stuff. Swamp Mirror is just here, but we have Tiki Soul to keep our monsters safe and repeatable. And that's what we like to see. So, good for first duel. Let's go ahead for duel number 2. Hopefully find an opponent that'll at least do a little bit more to us. We'll see how that goes, but we'll see how it goes. So, let's get into duel 2. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Scissors, you failed me. Not good. Although we get to go first anyway, so it all works out. Opening hand is reasonable. Let's go for the Pot of the Extravagant, however. We use the extra deck sometimes. Sometimes we don't, however. And especially with this opening hand, we are not going to need an extra deck. Not seeing an extra deck necessary with this opening hand. No siree. Unless Lightning Storm is involved, I think we'll be okay. So let's go ahead and activate Venom Swamp. Okay, this is just like a card. This is a funny card. We're just going to play the darn thing. See where it goes. Everyone who doesn't exist is going to get a counter. Okay. I'm fine with that. Okay. Venom Swamp did something, okay? It did something. That's all we needed it to do. So what is this, Sangan? Sangan. You know what? That's fine. Let's let Sangan do what Sangan can. Try saying that 10 times fast. Let's see. End of Zaman phase. Let's wait for the end of phase. And be like... Activate Swamp Mirror, turning him into a reptile monster, a divine reptile monster. And we'll activate the Statue of the Pattern of Anguish. Summoning that guy there. Yeah, I'm really not sure why he hit me with the Ghost Ogre. That seemed kind of silly, but... You know what? It's fine. We'll let our opponent get a card. This is all good. We'll share the love. What is he summoning? What is he adding? What kind of deck is this? Another Ghost Ogre. Huh. Interesting. Just, play the exact same card you already played. Sounds good. So let's go ahead for Foolish Burial Goods. Be like, hey, I'm going to send a card to the grave. Never mind. Okay. A little annoying, not gonna lie. And let's just battle. I'm starting to think that my opponent's deck is like 50% hand traps. I mean, what have we seen so far? 2 Ghost Ogres, Ash Blossom, and a Sangan. That's 3/4 of his strategy so far as hand traps in a 50-something card deck. So I don't know what this is just yet. It's very tricky to say what it is. The Alistair, the Invoker of Invoked. Activate Abyss Stungray. We'll summon this dude out here. He'll get Invocation, but I still get to blow up Alistair, which will, you know, he'll still be able to do the fusion. But I'm more interested in baiting out another Ghost Ogre, because that doesn't stop my monster. So this is, in fact, an Invoked deck, I guess. I guess that's what this is. I was very surprised to find out this was Invoked. But there you go, I've stopped Invoke. He can't play another one. And now we are okay. Oh, hey, Qardan number 2. And my opponent surrenders. This is what happens when you play too many hand traps and rely on the darn things. Okay. Let's just go for a third duel, for starters. We haven't yet to show off the true power of this deck. We haven't even summoned our boss, for matters. But we're showing off what we're trying to do. You start with the boys, and you start interrupting your opponent's stuff. But that was more of my opponent being too focused on, like, the hand traps than anything else. And him just blowing up Venom Swamp for no good reason. But regardless, let's go for a third opponent. Hopefully find a better opponent. Slightly more competent opponent would be nice, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, yeah, third opponent. The fighting third. And let's see what we get. Ah, paper fails. Okay, so now we don't get to go first. This is where things will get a little tricky with this deck. Going, especially against that. Oh, that's like literally the worst thing we could have gone up against for a multitude of reasons. Number one, we don't like to go second. This deck does not do well going second. We need to set things up. And this is Traptrix. I come up against a deck where if I play a trap card, it's any trap card, right? If no, it's only when normal traps get activated. Okay. Okay. It could be slightly worse. I mean, he's got Arachnocampa. He can summon. And, well, yeah, he'll protect his back row with Arachnocampa. He can get Hellacia, which he can activate right now. Yeah, this is not going to be... Oh, at least we don't have to worry about that. That is a good thing. The rest is bad thing. Other than that, this opening hand's a little bit of a weird one. I mean, we've got Tiki Soul to protect our stuff. Apophis is just Apophis. And we do have Azarune, which would have been amazing if we had gone first, because I could just ditch this card or one of my other trap monsters to negate summons, which is pretty damn nice. But unfortunately for us, it's not going to be that easy. Although the lack of... Well, this is every trap card. This is literally every single trap card. So we do need to be very, very cautious. I'm just going to set everything and pass. Yeah, weren't expecting that, were you, Traptrix? You weren't expecting this to be a trap match. Oh, lordy, he has a trap card. What do I do to that? What do trap cards even do? Alright, well, regardless, he's got that Arachnocampa. He can summon that. Then he gets another trap card. It might be another Hellacia, but I doubt it. Oh, it is. I see. This is where things get really bad. Although, yeah, he's losing all the evenly matched, which is good. Still, the bad part is... Let me think about this. Do I just play all my trap? No. Yes. No. Floodgate trap hole. If I play everything right now, that'd be a bad thing. Let me think about this. Let's activate a trap and see what happens. We'll summon out Azarune. Then what's going to happen is he's going to summon out, not Dianaya. Shoot, it's on the top of my head. The one that blows up stuff. Or, no, it's Pudica. Special summon Banish it during the next standby phase. Summon a banished monster. I don't know how that works with trap monsters, but I guess we're about to find out. Alright, so Azarune is Gonski, which is not good. I was going to use that, especially with Oedipus being here. Okay, this is not good. Activate Tiki Soul. Activate Apophis. Just try to have some kind of measurable defense. And see where this goes. I mean, he might Rafflesia this. It's very possible. But no, he'll actually just let it go. Alright. I mean, I'll take some damage. But I have another Tiki Soul. So I can at least guarantee that one Tiki Soul will survive. That's the nice bit. Alright, so Tiki Soul will be attacked as Tiki Soul do. I would really have liked it if I had Tiki's Curse, because then I could have blown stuff up, but that is not the world we live in. Alright, the thing is, though, he can only blow over one of these dudes. He's probably going to go for Tiki Soul, though. Yeah. As one would expect. Alright, well, there goes Tiki's Soul. That makes things immensely more difficult. Well, let's go for Shapesister, just to have another monster and a tuner. Don't want to forget that this is a tuna monster. And let me think about this. If I make Advent, that doesn't help in any way, shape, or form. That's the rough bit, is that I have a nice bossy boss monster, but it doesn't do me any good. Alright, so Pinky Colada doesn't do anything right now. Oedipus doesn't do anything right now. That does something right now. He's going to summon back the Arachnid Camper or Pudica. It had to be that food. Alright, well, unfortunately, I don't know if I can win this one. Like, I'm putting up a fight as best the fight I can make. This is like a complete mismatch here. Not only did I not get to go first, but my opponent's got outs to my outs. And I don't have my Anguish Pattern Statue, which would have really helped. But regardless, I mean, I can summon Advent, but that doesn't do me any sort of good. He also keeps banishing my stuff, which is really annoying. Stop it. Those are my cards. Leave them alone. Alright. Well, shoot Drat and Bother It. Does he have any Earth monsters in the grid? He does, but, like, I didn't really build my extra deck around that. Although I could make... Like, I could make Unicorn, but does that actually, in any meaningful way, help me? Not really. So, honestly, and for truly, I think I'm just dead. So I'm just going to summon this guy out to show him off, my Advent boy. He's 2,900. He's not quite big enough, and, you know, Floodgate Trap Hole. So, I guess our first couple duels were a bit easy. Word in a false sense, because now we're basically dead. There's no coming back from this. This is what happens when the control deck does not establish control. Well, let's go ahead for one more duel today. I think we got time for that. I do want to show off this deck just a little bit more. Because while we've done a lot of it, I would like to at least attempt to dip into the extra deck a little bit. I mean, I was prepared for a baronne de fleur. That was my plan, but that plan did not work out. So let's go for one more duel. Alrighty, our fourth and final opponent. Last chance for romance. And I just really want to say, can we go first one more time? Yeah, I knew Rock was the right choice, but no. I was led astray. Which sucks, because this opening hand's not bad at all. That's the one thing that keeps trap monsters down. It's just the fact that, you know, you gotta go first with them, or else you're kind of screwed. Especially if we're up against heroes, because heroes can just be... They can make plays for days. Just plays for mother flipping days, and that's gonna make things really hard. I mean, if I can draw Qardan... The heck was that? Gate Guardian. Oh, this is a Gate Guardian deck. Okay. That's cool. I like Gate Guardian. Gate Guardian's cool. I like it with the Castras going into number 7 most, but that's more of a preference thing. Ah! Oh, yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about! I don't even know Charlie that much, but you know what? I'll copy him anyway. Anyway, so let's go for Foolish Burial Goods. Bait out stuff. And I don't need no floodgates. Get the floodgates out of my face. I need my Spider-Man. He's like Japanese Spider-Man. He's the Spider-Man from hell. Or the emissary from hell. Right? Yeah, that was the reference. Yeah, that was the thing. Spider-Man! And then he pulls out a gun. Okay. So, yeah, Qardan just gonna get me my trap monster brick. That's cool. I'm kind of curious as to what this is. It could be a lot of things. He's playing Gate Guardian. That could be a lot of things. But I'm not sure which of the things it is. That's the question. That's the big what if. But for now, I mean, Qardan's just going to be sitting there until I need him later. Let's just go ahead and set everything if my opponent will allow me to set everything. My opponent is thinking it would really suck if he had, like, Royal Straight, but what are the odds of that happening? What are the odds? Okay. Oh, you always have to pause in case they actually are playing Royal Straight. Just knock out your whole back row. Send you home crying to your mama. But regardless, we should be reasonably okay. I mean, what's he gonna do? Oh, he gets to send it regardless, so. Let me think here. Activate. Go for Tiki Soul and Anguish Pattern. Just to get started. You know, knock out a couple cards. Be like, Anguish Pattern, thank you. Don't know yet what my opponent is playing, but I have a negate and everything else. I just want to make sure not to put anything in the middle zone until I need to summon out Jirai Gumo. So let's blow up. I don't want to blow up the set card because I remember with all that new support that they do have some spell traps in the new Gate Guardian lineup that search. I'd rather not do that. Oh lord, these are spellcasters. I had no idea. Alright. Magician's Souls, you say? Alright. Cool. Alright, so now my opponent has the ability to make the ultimate Gate Guardian of ultimate fantasticalness, as one would expect, and that thing can't be... It negates targeting. That's what it do. And normally I would be stopping that Magician's Souls, but I only have the one negate, so I can't negate that right at the moment. Mayhaps later we shall see. Man, Gate Guardian, man. It's one of those archetypes, not even an archetype when they made it. Is it an archetype now? I don't know. Well, shoot, that sucks. That's not so fun, but you know, that opens me up for another pop, so I'm gonna allow that. Yeah, this ever got made into an archetype, but it's just a nice bunch of cards to actually get support. So I appreciate it. Alright, so another Prisma. He is really doubling down on those Prismas. Them Prisms. Alright. I just really... The big thing is I have to hold on to all of my stuff. And I can't just drop a Apophis, because I only have one Apophis. And I really need to stop, like, whatever fusion he makes. Because while he set up a bunch, he can only make some... Like, he can make a few fusions. Oh. I thought he was going to blow up my stuff. Or, no. I thought he was going to steal my statue, and then that would have been the end of me. That would have been the death of me if he'd done that, but he didn't do that. Nope. Well, so that's a good thing. The bad thing still is he has not committed the Guardian of the Gate. The gate is unguarded. Where is that Gate Guardian? I know he's in there somewhere. I know that slippery snake. But yeah, Kazi is a spellcaster. Neat. I didn't know that. I always thought he was, wind type? That's not a type. That's not a type. Alright, so he summoned out his boy. So now, we're gonna go ahead and... Remind me how this works. I gotta wait till the end of the main phase to negate stuff. like that. So let's go embodiment of Apophis. Hope that he doesn't have some sort of negate. As this negates targeted things, and that's all it negates. Which is good for me, bad for him. The only bad thing is... Divine Snake. So if this just gets destroyed, he can summon out, like, whatever he wants. So part of me doesn't want to destroy this. But part of me is like, I probably should. Like, normally this would be the part where I say, oh, summon accesscode talker. Problem is that a lot of my trap monsters, not all of them, obviously, otherwise I couldn't do this thing, but a lot of my cards, they count as normal monsters, which is the one sad thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop 3 cards. We'll pop this dude. We'll pop this thing. I'm realizing now I probably... yeah, I probably should have left one of those alive. Whatever. I should have left one of these traps in reserved. Embodiments. Oh. Oh, now I gotta put Jet back here. I go, well, that's right. Let's put him back here, I guess. He's all negated, so he doesn't do me any good, but he's there. I mean, he can continue his trap. He'll power up my Advent if Advent decides to show up. The question is, what does he summon? He can't summon another copy of this, but he can summon any of the fusions, or he can summon the OG. Come on. OG, 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 OG. No. This is the Searcher, right? Add a spell trap that mentions one of those dudes. This card's special summon leaves the field. Summon out a banished Sangha or Kazejin. Okay. It could be worse. I don't know what he's searching. Oh, no, he's getting that one. Target a monster control with Gate Guardian in its original name. Isn't this like the OTK thing? Have your opponent's life points. That monster gains attack equal to your opponent's life points. So it's 65 hundo, and that means I lose because he can just beat over Qardan. I knew I should have kept a trap in reserve. I was a foolish fool. I was just like, oh, I can negate all the things, but no. No, you cannot negate the Guardian of the Gate. He's too big. Alright, well that is regrettable. But, you know, at least it was a nice, fun duel. We're up against the new Gate Guardians. They're just a fun bunch to play against. Because they're just big Oonga Booga boys. And sometimes that's okay. So let's go ahead for the end screen. We gave it our all today. And I think that's okay. So let's go for the end screen. Alright, everybody. So Trap Monsters of the Swamp went 2-2, which is, for Trap Monsters, perfectly acceptable. You know, when you open up right, you go first and you open up with the right cards. Normally, unless you're being dumb, like I could sometimes be, you have yourselves a good time. You know, you're able to negate stuff with Apophis, pop things with your Anguish Pattern Boy, and then if you got the Kikis on board, it's even better. You're just popping stuff and keeping your monsters safe and reusing them, etc., etc. And sometimes Advent shows up to save the day. So, all in all, I think this deck works just fine. Obviously, it would probably work a little better without the Swamp, but like I said, this is a theme sort of deck. I didn't actually say that, but I implied it. I implied that it's a theme deck, and that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to try it out, Venom Swamp, with the Trap Monsters, just to kind of screw with my opponent, really. That was the main idea of this deck. So, I hope everybody took something out of this, you know? Maybe if you're playing Trap Monsters, don't play Venom Swamp, or try to make it work even better than I did. Whatever works for you. So, thank you everybody for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget the likes if you do enjoy it. You know, that's all I will say. If you want to like it, I appreciate it. And next time, I got the live stream to get ready for, and then after that, we'll be playing some Sun Siege with some Rikas. So that's going to be the next deck. So, thanks for watching. Your boy Memphis is signing out. I'll see you guys again later. Until next time, Y'all take care.